Shuchiin Academy is full of the elite of the elites, and they also have a romantic comedy hosted in these halls. Whoever confesses that they are in love loses the war. Dun, 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 daddy, daddy, do, I'm in love with you. That is the intro for Kaguya Love is War.
Damn, I'm surprised you remember that much.
I tried so hard to do the Ian St. Clair thing. It's just hard. Hi, I'm not Ian St. Clair, but Annie.
And I'm Minty.
And this is FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast with an F you.
It took us forever to watch 36 episodes of Kaguya-sama, Love is War, but we finally did it enough to make a fucking episode about it.
You know, when you find out that's only 36 episodes, you just kind of wonder to yourself, damn, how many Markiplier Jacksepticeye was I watching in between? It's a hard show to watch all in one go.
I think because it's slice of life, so it's kind of like a lot of the episodes, like a lot of plot within it. I mean, I don't know.
I think it's the opposite. It's so bite-sized, you just like, you can live off one episode and be okay for a while.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Because we're binges. So for us, 36 episodes should have been like a weekend.
So what is Kaguya Love is War about?
Well, I guess in one sense, it's about a two-sided war, right? Between two high schoolers who love each other, but will never confess for very strange, prideful reasons.
The girl, Kaguya Shinomiya. Shinomiya.
Learn to read Japanese.
Never. Too proud. Who came from a family of the richest kind. Who's like, you don't fall in love with people, you use people. And so she can't actually say she's in love with someone. That goes against everything she believes in. Versus Miyuki Shiogane, who he can't fess up to the girl who's like way better than him in like social standing, or else that's gonna be weird. She's not actually gonna accept him. No, he needs her to fall in love with him and not just like out of pity.
And because he's the kid from humble beginnings, he's gotta work his ass off, be number one in the class in his studies, and never show any weakness, even though he has many, such as volleyball, singing, and rapping. I guess I would say Balloon Arc, but that last episode really did change things.
Well, he always gets better at the end. Like, he can...
He improves.
Okay.
He doesn't necessarily get better.
Well, he had a little book. I'm sure I could make Balloon Arc with a book.
He still can't sing.
So every episode has like about 3 mini battles for this war. And like they go through like a little slice of life comedy shit. And at the end we'll say, who wins, who lose. You decide.
You also get to meet side characters like Yu Ishigami. I started off with him because he's Annie and mine's favorite character. The treasurer who takes no shit, has absolutely no tact, and gets the shit beaten out of him as he deserves.
Real fast, do you think it's weird that Shiogane is the president and Shinomiya is the vice president? Like, what kind of sexist bullshit?
It goes hand in hand with how Shiogane has to work hard, otherwise he'll never feel like he deserves Shinomiya. And then you have secondary Chika Fujiwara. She's a child piano prodigy who said, fuck piano, I just want to go fuck around.
And I'm going to join the board game club.
And cheat on every game I'm ever part of.
Hopefully the douchebag of the council won't always videotape me and show me when I lie and shame me when I cheat. No offense, Chika has the biggest lesbian vibe.
We call them by their last names?
Sorry. And then later on, you get to meet Kaguya's butler maid, Ai Hayasaka. I
don't know if I like her or not. Like, I mean, I like her, but I don't know if I really like her or just kind of like her.
Okay. We're going to go through each character that we think is important to talk about because I have things to say. First of all, would you recommend Kaguya Love is War before we whip into the characters?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the show. Personally, for me, I thought it got better as the show continued. I mean, Kaguya got more annoying, but I feel like they started to really establish the relationships, the storylines, and just made them more like fleshed out.
I really like the narrator Ian St. Clair as an actor and as a person, so I mainly watched the show for him. And I thought in the beginning it was just a lot more funnier, but then in the end when Kaguya got really bipolar and kept doing the stupid baby voice, I was like, alright Ian St. Clair, you're pulling your weight, but damn, you're pulling.
The main thing is that Ian St. Clair's the narrator. He's just so funny, and I love that they have a modern dub for it.
Yeah, like if they just did like the straight face dialogue from the manga and the original anime, it wouldn't be funny.
So definitely, it's like, I would say it's definitely worth watching the dubbed over sub. Well, I just say dubbed.
Watch out, in season 3, they replaced Miyuki Shiogane's voice actor.
I'm not going over this.
I'm not gonna go much into detail, but it broke my heart. It'll break yours. The replacement sounds like him, but you just know in your heart that that's not him.
Let's start going over the characters. So Kaguya Shinomiya. We've already kind of gone over this. She starts off as like the kind of like aloof, a little pretentious.
Very manipulative.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in war, it's all about the strat, right?
I think like the first episode was like, oh my god, we have movie tickets? How to get this man to invite me.
So I did like that Kaguya more, but then like I said, she got more bipolar. She got more like too girly and too like when she, I guess when she started going into the modern world, because she never had like even a phone, she started just being this baby. The best way for me to explain it,
I feel like she became more baby to justify why they needed more Hayasaka.
that could be true, yeah.
And I'm like, what a disservice to the character, man.
So I mean, she's okay when she's okay.
I give her a C.
Yeah, me too. Okay, then Miyuki Shogane, the class president.
I give him the only thing you can give to the top student, A.
I gave him a B. I think I wanted more equalness of Shinomiya and Shiogane being like in lead of how they wanted to manipulate the other person to confess to them, but I feel like it was mostly Shinomiya in the end. Like I know they had the whole school festival and that was all orchestrated by Shiogane, but I needed more from him.
He was very passive in a lot of situations.
Right? So since they're both the main characters and they're both part of this tsundere relationship, I needed him to be more strategy.
Well, I like how Shinomiya is like the more manipulative type. Like, oh, she constantly buying like the aquarium tickets and yada yada and trying to get him to confess. But meanwhile, he seems to be more the hardworking type of being like, oh, I'm just gonna work really hard and get you to fall for me. Like, I'm worked really hard to get you to see the fireworks.
Okay, I do like what you're trying to say, yeah. Like, I think Shogane was trying to manipulate Shinomiya in a way of like, he had to keep up this persona while she had to get him to do something.
Yeah. So like, both kind of telling Shiogane what to do.
Yeah. As it should be. Then Fujiwara, the secretary. I like her overall. I think she plays a good role in being the weird one. She can almost do anything because she's not fazed by anything. She's not really conscious about like social standings. I mean, she's just a weird person. It's like great, you know, like there's some sense of logic too to what she does.
I give her a B. She's not bad of a character, like you said. Like, she plays multiple roles because she's just a weird girl. But she's not like perfect for me. Like, she can't hold an episode by herself, IMO.
Sure, but she's also a side character, so she would never needs that role. I give her a B plus at least.
Yeah, okay.
Then Ishigami, the treasure that comes kind of like midway through season 1.
I love Ishigami and Fujiwara's relationship. They don't love it, but I love it.
I love when she beats him with the paper fan.
It was necessary. I like that he went from just saying really crude comments in the beginning to like spitting out straight facts that no one wants to hear. Like, that's such a better joke to do, you know?
Yeah, and then when he's trying to be nice to Ino, but also hates her too, and it's like, oh, this love-hate relationship is just so hilarious.
Very relatable too. And I love his relationship with Shiogane. I don't really care about his relationship with Kaguya. I think it's nice. I just think it's a little shallow. I don't mean like he's being shallow. I just mean like there's not much depth in it.
That's true. I see that, yeah. That like they can go to the aquarium just like, wow, we had more fun than we could have ever imagined.
Oh, I love that joke so much. Like, oh, like, I want to go to the festival with Kaguya, but Shiogane ends up going with Ishigami instead. And like, actually, this is really fun.
They're just two dudes blowing it out. Then I would say Hayasaka's.
See, why did that trip us up so much?
I don't know. 4 syllables. Well, actually, so is most of these. All these names are 4 syllables.
I think there's too many A's.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what she does for everything except when she's trying to confess to Shiogane, because I'm still confused if she likes him or not. So she gets like a C for me.
I love the butler maid character, okay? So take this as someone from a connoisseur, an expert. I do not like when the butler maid character is relegated to just kind of being the mom character of like, she always had to take care of Kaguya. And like you said, like her getting depth of being like, I want to be my own girl by stealing your man. I'm like, okay. And I think she wants to be an idol. Like, I didn't read the manga, I only watched the anime, but there's lots of hints of her like practicing music with her friends. So I'm like, why do we never go into this? Why do you just rap at your boss that you want to be your own person, you want to experience your youth, and then we don't do anything about that?
Yeah, that's true. I think there's been multiple moments, more than just that rapping battle, where like she wants more, but Shinomiya ends up not giving her more. So it just feels like this is what I feel like is a shallow relationship. And she gives me big lesbian vibes.
A lot of people ship Hayasaka with Fujiwara.
I kind kind of am too.
This is what I also don't get. Why is it that she can't let people know she's Kaguya's maid?
Yeah, they need to explain that better.
Is it because she wants to be her own person?
like they go to the same school, right?
Yeah. I understand.
I don't know. C for me.
Yeah, see.
Then we go to Miko Ino. She is the head of the disciplinary committee, and now I guess she's the auditor?
Which is weird because, like, who you auditing, girl?
And did they not need you before?
I think I gotta imagine like when you hire new people at work, other people doing it, but now you're like lessening the workload for them.
I guess so. What's the treasurer doing?
What's the dog doing? I don't like Miko Ino. I don't like her, but I know that's a personal thing. I don't like the nag character.
While I, on the other hand, really like Ino. I like the hardworking, strict people who just wants to do the right thing. And I like that her core personality. It's very clear why people don't like her and why she struggles so much.
I guess for me, it's like I don't really know what you're adding to the story other than you're probably gonna be Ishigami's like love interest.
That is true. I don't know what she adds either. Like, it seems like the four did fine by themselves, but maybe it's just like after a while, you just need to add another character. Because she doesn't detract from it.
No, she doesn't.
So, which I think is actually kind of hard to do. To add in a new character to a core group and not detract. But I don't know. I think Ino's super cute.
I guess she's inoffensive, but like I think if you read the manga, you'll probably like her more.
I think I might read the manga, but it's a little bit of a lesser priority of what I have going on right now.
You know what's interesting is that it's been a while since you read a rom-com novel.
I read Gekkan Shoujo no Zaki-kan.
Oh, right. Oh, and guess you read Komi Can't Communicate.
I love Komi Can't Communicate. Oh my god, that series is fantastic. We gotta do an episode on that.
We should. We gotta watch it. So, speaking of romance, you're not much of a shipper, but what do you think about the couples?
I don't really have strong ships in this series.
I have a question. Are you one of those people where like I don't have strong ships, I'm just gonna go with the main ship, or oh fuck the main ships, burn them all to hell, I really don't give a shit?
The former.
Okay.
I'm mostly canon compliant. I'm not really one to go out there. Okay, let's just go through them, right? So Shinomiya and Shirogane are main protagonist couple. Like, they're okay. I think sometimes when you look at a ship, you kind of wonder the potential, see what tropes they fulfill, see what they've done, and think, oh man, this is a cute moment that can lead to more. I don't really see anything with Shinomiya and Shirogane. It's just, I don't like couples that are too tsundere.
Because Kei Shirogane is a mother flippin' tsundere. I think we needed more moments where Kaguya and Shirogane could actually hang out as friends without one of them freaking the fuck out.
But see, that's why I think season 4, if there ever is one, would be interesting, because they're basically a couple at that point.
Yes.
So I would love to see them as a couple, because sometimes that can change everything. Now the potential has been fulfilled by the creator, by the god.
You know what's hard is that we both like couples who kind of like skip the honeymoon phase and it's just domestic housewife, you know?
Yeah.
We're like really like no nonsense bullshit. If I like this couple, it is carried 100% by Miyuki. I just
What did I say?
last names only. It's hard because in the anime they only call him president.
I mean, you can call him president if you want.
Alright.
So I guess everything else is more like B couples.
Yeah, what do you think about Ishigami and Tsubame?
I think they're an okay couple. I don't think we've seen much. I think it's kind of because I like Ishigami and Ino more. I like couples that bicker.
Honestly, yeah, like Tsubame kind of just came to marry
Sue?
as a Mary Sue, like, hi, I'm really likable and pretty. You can't hate me, tee-hee. And Ishigami's like, oh man, I like her.
But it's not like terrible.
No, because there's nothing interesting. It's very two-dimensional.
Yeah.
So like, there's nothing to hate because there's nothing there.
And you can't ship Ishigami and Fujiwara.
No.
There's the one thing bickering couples. There's another when you're trying to mix water and oil. Like, that's asking for a separation.
They give divorce vibes, if anything. And then it's funny because Ichigami's relationship with Fujiwara is completely different from Ichigami's relationship with Ino. Even though, like, if you describe it, it's basically the same.
Yeah, that is true.
Why does Ino hate Ishigami?
Because he's a slacker and represents everything that the disciplinary committee is against.
You know when Kaguya is like, oh, I'm worried if Shirogane is, like, we have something special or if he's only nice to everyone?
Yeah.
I feel like that specifically is with Ishigami and Ino. Like, Ino is like, does she do this for every student, making sure they, you know, they don't get expelled, yada yada? I feel like she would.
I think she does. And I think she's just hard on Ishigami because he's much more of a slacker.
That's another thing. thing. I think it's real fast. Kaguya and Shirogane, I just got turned off at the episode where like Shirogane got a healthy amount of sleep and then Kaguya fell out of love with him.
I don't know if she fell out of love, but she definitely she's like, this hits differently.
Well, because you're talking to that girl specifically, like, is it not true love if I like stop liking him when he gets his appearance changed? And she's like, hell yeah, man, that's shallow as fuck, yo, but I can't tell you that.
To be fair, she did change her boyfriend's looks.
Yeah, well.
So I don't know.
And she did turn out to be a weird yandere in the end, her consultant.
Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to liking people, there is a physical attractiveness that no matter how deep or shallow you are, it's a little bit of that in it.
Me blinks and I asexual.
Kind of like how you'll always be attracted to blue characters.
Shut up.
You don't know them, but they're blue.
That's my favorite joke in that episode, but when Ayasaka's like, oh no, her love for a man made her develop weird fetishes. And Ian St. Clair's like, she's right, that's why she is best girl. I don't know if people in 20 years from now is gonna get that, but I do.
Hey, it's all about getting the money now, not later.
Alright, but going back to Ishigami and Ino, I would be interested to see their relationship build.
Oh, thank God. You really don't like Ino, so you usually don't ship people you don't like.
I don't hate Ino, just to be clear.
What? You may have seen because, okay, when you sometimes see oh, they show this little weird profile of the back of their head just to show that this is the new character that's going to be introduced to this show and it's going to be a main character. You were like, okay, she's the most annoyingest piece of shit that they have in this show.
Okay.
Get ready for the shit fest.
Yes, I do think she's very annoying because I saw one random chapter with her and I'm like, what the fuck is her deal? But I realized when Kaguya went through with the baby voice that she could be worse. That one episode, Kaguya's like, yes, it's totally acceptable to go through his phone. What? He was being tutored by another woman? That's cheating.
That was so funny.
And Miko Ino was freaking out and she's going to her daily affirmations. I'm like, alright, Ino, you're not bad. There's a greater evil out there.
You got your morals. And she always has.
She always has. It's just I guess when I saw more of her human side,
Yeah.
Other than just being a tight ass.
God, I think she's cute. I think her and her relationship with her friend is super cute.
I do know if you would probably read the manga because they go more into a relationship with her friend when Kaguya and Miyuki becomes a couple.
Oh God, now I gotta go read this fucking manga.
Read it for this one lesbian duo where one of them is a total Chad.
I want to see her friend's relationship with the cheer captain. It's just such different vibes and that they got together is whoa, wait, I gotta see more of this.
Alright, now's the time. You're gonna read the manga for these people. But what's your favorite anime moment? Because mine is hands down the episode where Yu Ishigami wants to open his eyes or whatever it's called.
His storyline?
Yes.
That's fantastic. That was so great. And just the fact that he never saw anyone's face and I was like, geez, just because they're side characters doesn't mean that you're oh no, he's gonna recognize them as people now. Holy shit.
Because he's the only one that we know of that with a tragic past. I'm sure everyone else has it. We just haven't seen it. Kaguya seems like it's mostly just child abuse. Child neglect, I meant. But Ishigami, he was a normal student, still an outcast, but he did what he thought was right, but in the end he was shunned by all his classmates and he was suffering alone for a whole year, but meanwhile his future friends was working behind the scenes to fight for him, and I'm like, what the fuck, shoujo rom-com? It's a rom-com miracle.
Ah, shit, that's a good one. That's a really good moment. One of my favorite moments in this series is when they go stargazing. And then Shinomiya was had all this expectations of oh, this is gonna be romantic, he's gonna get flustered and I'm just gonna call him cute and he's gonna get even more flustered. But Shirogane was this is my fucking element. I'm gonna explain everything to you, and they're just having this such a nice moment. He doesn't realize it till the end that holy shit, were we on a date? Were we flirting? This is not normal. It's totally normal. Just be normal.
I love Shirogane's little quirks, the fact that he doesn't know how to dress himself.
That was weird. He did look like a middle schooler.
It was weird because it looked like exactly how you dressed in 8th grade. From Rosses and stuff.
Except I would never wear long sleeves. Not in this state.
Even when it was sewed on in the middle. That's something I dreamt of when I was 12 years old. So the fact that someone actually made that, I was like, whoa, cool. And the whole asymmetrical pants where one is text and one is dragon style, I actually thought that was cool. I'd buy socks like that.
Oh my God.
Another moment I was when they did the balloon popping game, going back to the comedy, where Fujiwara made it really big. And And like we tried to do like the other student council members being like, we're brave, we can fight this. But then they don't. And instead they just all become scum and make Ino pump it.
Oh yeah, nobody was actually at the pump when it pumped or when it boomed, right?
Yeah, because Fujiwara did the tangerines trick shit.
That was funny.
And the whole school blew up to signify the end of season 2.
Yes, I would definitely recommend this show. I guess the manga, because usually mangas are better than animes.
The drawing style isn't as pretty as the anime, but what's new?
Really?
Yeah, like this wiki art, I don't think this is an art style. I think this is fan art, which is weird to me.
No. Maybe it's kind of like Naruto, where like Shippuden looks just like the anime, but Naruto itself looks nothing like it.
Am I a terrible person for not feeling anything for the Kaguya wants to see this fireworks?
That was okay.
Alright.
Alright, until we read the manga,